From Crypto Global News, this is a critical alert.
Listen closely. The U.S. bank account you use every single day, it's becoming obsolete. The financial system we all rely on is being replaced from the inside out. And honestly, if you stay uninformed on this timeline, you will be left behind.
All right, Section 1, a system on the brink. For decades, we've all been operating on financial rails that were built for a totally different era. Think old school, slow, and clunky. Well, that whole system is now on the verge of a fundamental, and I mean irreversible, shift. So to really get what's happening, you have to ask one simple question. Who was just handed a master key to the entire U.S. financial system? Now, the answer isn't who you think. It's not some Wall Street giant. It's not a government agency. No, it's the last player you would ever expect.
All right, Section 2, the Fed's new keyholder. Let's really dig in here. For years, right, the story we've all been told is crypto versus the Feds, an epic battle. Well, I'm here to tell you, that narrative is officially dead. The reality isn't a fight, it's an integration, and it's happening right now behind the curtain.
So here's the twist. Kraken Financial, they just made history. I mean, real history. They became the first ever digital asset bank in the US to get a Federal Reserve master account. And you have to understand, this isn't just some piece of paper, some license. This is a digital master key. It grants them direct, unfiltered access to the core payment rails of the entire country. Think about that.
And look, this isn't some conspiracy theory or wild speculation. This is a verified strategic move straight from the top. U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis herself called this a massive step forward. She said on the record, and I quote, "We are creating the 21st century financial services industry." It doesn't get much clearer than that.
Okay, Section 3, the instant money revolution. So what does this new key, this master key, actually unlock? In a word, speed. We're talking about a kind of speed that makes the old system look like it's stuck in mud. Let's break down this massive upgrade. The difference here is just night and day. See, we've all been living in what's called a T+2 world. That just means your trades, your transactions, they can take up to 2 days to actually clear and settle. It's slow, it creates risk, it ties up your capital. But now, with Kraken's direct Fed access, we're entering the new reality T0 settlement. T0. That means instant. Trades clear and settle on-chain, right away. Money, assets, securities, it all moves and settles instantly. This is literally the new plumbing for our entire financial market.
All right, Section 4, the XRP ledger bridge. But here's where the story gets even deeper. See, Kraken isn't acting alone in this. This whole development becomes so much more significant when you pull back the curtain and see the deep, long-standing relationship that makes all this possible. It's a connection that's been carefully built for over a decade.
Let's just connect the dots on this timeline, because this is absolutely not a coincidence. Go all the way back to 2013. Kraken becomes one of the original fiat gateways for the XRP ledger. Now, a fiat gateway, that's just the regulated on-ramp, right? It's the bridge that lets you swap US dollars for digital assets and back again. Now, jump forward to 2023, what happens? Just hours after that huge SEC ruling on XRP, boom, Kraken relists it immediately. And now today, both Kraken and Ripple are joint founding members of the global dollar network. You see the pattern here? This is a planned, strategic, long-term convergence.
Okay, so what is the crucial point? What's the big takeaway? It's this. Kraken's master key doesn't just open a door for Kraken. Because they're that regulated gateway we just talked about, this master account creates a direct, fully compliant pipeline straight from the XRP ledger right into the heart of the U.S. banking system. It is the mechanism that lets value flow seamlessly from the ledger through Kraken and settle instantly inside the Federal Reserve System. This isn't just a theory. This is a clear demonstration of a planned integration.
Okay, Section 5, the next digital bank. And this right here brings us to the promise of this whole explainer. What we've just laid out, it's not a one-off event, it is a blueprint. And now that we have that blueprint, we can start to map out exactly what's coming down the pike.
And you have to understand the scale of the shift. It is just staggering. We're talking about fintech companies that are now operating under national trust charters. Basically, they're officially recognized as banks. And get this, they already hold a combined total of over $17 trillion in assets. Let that sink in. This isn't some tiny niche market anymore. No, this is the new financial establishment. So based on this exact blueprint, we can make a very clear contextualized prediction. Ripple, well, they've already built out a full-blown banking infrastructure. They already hold conditional approvals. All the pieces are in place. They are perfectly positioned to be the next entity to follow Kraken's path and achieve that full regulatory integration with the central banking system. It's the next logical step.
Okay, if you found this breakdown valuable, do us a favor, like this explainer and share this critical alert with someone who needs to see it. And listen, if you are watching this without a subscription, you are missing the alerts. It's that simple. Click subscribe to stay on the timeline with us. For real-time updates, join our private Telegram. The link is right down in the description, and make sure to engage with us on our latest community post.
So the digital key has been turned. The blueprint is now out in the open for everyone to see. And that leaves us with one massive question. Which financial giant will be the next one to adapt or get replaced? And that's the very question we investigate in our next explainer, which you can click on your screen right now.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.